Like when people look at me, right, and they hear me talking about social housing and stigmatisation and social disadvantage, some people say, well, what would he know about that? And, you know, maybe that's a fair enough comment. But I mean, my job as a policy maker and as a government minister is to look at the evidence that's there in front of me. And to look at areas in towns and cities where we see genuine social disadvantage in relation to education attainment, in relation to unemployment levels, and ask the question, why is that? And how can we help to fix it over time?
Clúid commissioned a piece of research into stigma in social housing, which was carried out by a team of researchers at UCD. We encounter stigma in social housing in our daily work, and we wanted to better understand it in order to look at ways in which we could challenge it.
It's very important not to overstate the extent of stigma in social housing. The vast majority of social housing estates are very successful neighbourhoods with good public images. However, there are a number of stigmatised social housing estates where, for instance, a negative public image can undermine residents' chances of getting employment, maybe getting into education. So where stigma does arise, it's very important it's addressed.
So two particular areas of stigmatisation that we identified in our research are the media and the workplace. In relation to the media, negative portrayals of social housing neighbourhoods and social housing as a tenure persist, so that continues to be a challenge. And also experiences of stigmatisation within the workplace, in particular negative and discriminatory comments from colleagues, was a common experience of social housing residents.
So we identified a number of strategies that help combat stigma in social housing, making sure that social housing tenants and owner-occupiers and private residents aren't segregated in estate developments, and that there's a lot of spaces for interaction through community facilities, creches, gyms, that sort of thing. Any amenities that are offered to private tenants or private owner-occupiers should also be offered to social tenants as well.
This study shows that stigma does exist in some social housing, and where it does, it has a significant effect on people's lives. It shines a light on the problem and helps us to better understand it. Clúid's next step will be to develop a strategy for tackling stigma at a local level.